Hey guys, Dean Gravina here, and I'm really excited to be presenting this video for you today. I'm going to be taking the top 20 to 25 buyers agents or advocacy agencies that I've found. Now, they might, again, when I say top, they may or may not be the best, but I've just found a series of agencies through public means, whether that's me having a look at their Meta ads libraries, having a look at their Google ads libraries, having a look at their SEO and their TikTok organic posts. Today is the 16th of January, and I've compiled this data for you. You might be a buyer's agent watching this particular video. You might just be someone who has an interest in digital marketing and wants to know a little bit about how this works and what even a buyer's agent is. So just for those who don't know what a buyer's agent is, you have somebody selling a property and you have your real estate agent or your sales agent representing the seller of the property. Now, what a buyer's agent is, essentially you have a buyer or an investor, and a buyer's agent is basically somebody who's representing a buyer. So they're helping you look for suburbs, they're helping you look at streets, they're looking at nationwide factors, they're helping you look at location factors, they're looking at property factors, and they're also representing you in terms of the negotiation of the property. So why am I actually making this video today? I'm making this video because I obviously speak to a lot of buyers agents, and they're really interested in, what are the potential strategies to run to actually acquire more leads and gain more clients. And what we're going to be revealing today is basically like the advertisements that people are currently running publicly. And by any means, I have no affiliation with any of the companies that I'll be presenting to you today. Simply these companies that I've found through public means. So this is no private information. I won't be revealing any private data. However, I will be just presenting the strategies that these companies are advertising online right now. So essentially, in terms of running, a buyer's agency, there are, if I'm really just to put this into its most simplest form, obviously you could break this down, but however, in its most simplest form, you have, two or three means of advertising, and that form of advertising can be more top of funnel or bottom of funnel. So I'll explain what I mean by that. In terms of your bottom of funnel, you're typically, running advertisements or promoting posts that are speaking to people that are ready to invest now or buy a property now. So if you're a first home buyer or you are, an investor, you can run ads that are basically saying to people, hey, if you're looking for a property, click this ad and find out more, and then you can generate leads that way. The second way that there's a lot of variation to, which we'll deep dive into throughout this video, is buyers agents leaving checklists. So things like top 10 things to look out for if you're hiring a buyer's agent, or what are the top 10 suburbs to buy in 2025, or what are the best investment strategies to avoid tax, or whatever it is. There are a lot of variations. Now, to ask yourself a question, if you're a buyer's agent watching this video, if you were to generate a lead through those means, obviously the person clicking on that ad and leaving their details may or may not be ready to make a purchase. In other words, utilize your services. But what's been really interesting is how companies use both strategies, right? So for example, bottom of funnel, people that are ready to buy, I'm seeing ads through SEO, Google ads, and Meta and TikTok. But more top of the funnel, in terms of, what are the suburbs to sort of, purchase in, or or anything like that, I'm typically seeing through TikTok and more Meta as well. So obviously attracting, more hot prospects for your buyer's agency through the Google platform using Google ads or SEO. And if you're just wanting to generate a volume of lead, I'd be looking at the social media channel. And I'm actually going to run through all of these. I've created a list of public information that I'd love to share with you guys and speak. Yeah, basically, let's jump on the computer and see you guys soon. Hey guys, we're back on the computer now, and I'm essentially going to run you guys through the all the buyers advocate ads that I'm seeing throughout all different channels online. And the first one we're going to look at is that I found was Cafu Property. So if we just jump on the screen, um, you know what I essentially want to run through is effectively what the ads look like, and essentially what the landing page looks like, and just provide just essentially my feedback on what's going on, what I like about it, and what I don't like about it. So um, it sounds like obviously this guy's like a buyer's agent, or some sort. It seems more like, I guess, investor. Like what real estate investing questions do you have? It seems like it's sort of targeting investors. Now we're running, according to this, mostly video ads. If I just click onto their page, I can just see where they're actually based. Super interested. Queensland, these guys. So sounds like more finance, if you like, in more finance slash investor, right? So um, video ads we have, if we play one.
Starting to bucket down. Listen, you can't control the weather, and that's exactly what's just happened to us. We've been filming behind the scenes at our house project in Lennox Head, and it started to bucket down with rain. Back to the Airbnb to now film some content, and it's really got me thinking. Over the last few years, I've only ever filmed the content that I really want to see.
So, like, if I saw that ad, for me, it's very, very slow. It doesn't really do much for me. It's like I've already watched it for like 20 seconds and I still don't even know what he's talking about. Maybe we can try like watching another ad.
$515,000. That's the predicted gross profit on our client's duplex project behind me. Let me talk you through the numbers. Now, we helped that client develop this duplex for a total acquisition price of $1,585,000. It is a 6-bed, 4-bath, 2-car design, which of course you can subdivide. Now, that includes the above the ground cost and the below the ground cost too. And as you can see behind me, it is getting close to the enclosed stage, and our client has engaged a local agent to on-sell the property for him. That agent has advised that he should list each duplex half at an asking price.
So I really like the idea, but I feel like the problem with this guy's ads is it just feels like it's very slow to me. Like I feel like I'm getting bored. Like, and again, you've got to imagine somebody watching this, if they're on like the toilet or if they're in bed or like they're just like bored. Like obviously it's a Facebook ad, right? It's not Google. Like people aren't typing this in to see this. So I just feel like it's sort of a bit boring, right? Like I did like the initial ad. It was like more movement, but I just didn't know what he was even talking about. And this, like, you've got to really be presenting this on a grade 3 level. Like think about a grade 3 student, like give them the information quickly, and like make sure that like if you're presenting a video, like, you know what I mean? Like it's a very quick process for somebody to watch the video, know what's going on, and then click for the next step. So that's my feedback on that. Learn how I made 561,000 of instant equity in 18 months. I sort of like that headline. And then there's more about him sort of presenting this. We can sort of review that video real quick. And in today's presentation, you learn instant equity. Okay, click here to apply. Never pay retail, done for you profitable projects. So I guess, yeah, like I sort of like how this is really like mainly for investors. It looks like he's sort of um, cut out any like first home buyers or something. He's got case studies. Get started. Like I think that call to action could be like find out more, or like um, get this for free. Like ends like at a certain period of time. So the only catch to this is like it just doesn't like the layout of the page is pretty good. Um, you're getting a lot of value from it in terms of like the video, probably.
By the end of this video, you too will have the chance to build the kind of portfolio that will set you up for the rest of your life. These 2 tactics will allow you to get there, and much sooner than you'd ever imagined.
Yeah, so like already he's already said, I'm not going to go through the whole video, but it's like a 20-30 minute video, but he's already like said, okay, what the intention of the video is. So like I like that straight away.
To create equity worth just over $10 million in just 10 years. In addition to that, my $25 million portfolio will also get to enjoy the same market growth that everybody else is getting too. If your thinking is strictly limited to buying a property at the typical retail rates.
Yeah, so I do like the landing page video a lot better than the advertising video. I will say that for sure. Obviously, the design could like be potentially improved, and we'll look at some different designs. But really, like I think this is a pretty good funnel, right? Like I don't really see it not working because it's sort of got it's targeted to investors, it's speaking to investors, and like there's a long video that investors, if they're very very interested, like the cost per lead might be a little bit higher than what you'd expect, maybe in the hundreds to $200 cost per lead, but at least the quality of the lead is going to be pretty high because there's a long video there. And I feel like maybe the only thing that I would sort of add to this would be a little bit more proof and just sort of revealing a little bit more about like what the tactics are on the landing page, and just getting me to want it a little bit more, because like you've got to really understand that people are just skimming this information. And like, so let's say I just do like a 10-second scroll, I'm probably just not really catching like what this is quick enough, right? So the headline doesn't sort of say like how it's done or anything like that. So in less than 18 months buy XYZ, right? You could add something like that. So I just feel like for me, the skeleton's there. The meat's probably on the skeleton, but it's just missing that spice or that sauce that like is wanting me to take the next step here, because it's very vague and it's not very juicy. It's just a little bit sort of boring, right? Basically, in terms of reviewing Cafu's funnel, good standard funnel. I would probably want to add a bit more spice and curiosity and a bit more flavor to that funnel, but overall I would probably like give that, I would say like a 7 to 8 out of 10 funnel. Okay guys, so the next video, I saw One Central Property. Now I feel like this one is a little bit more of like a polished funnel. You can really tell like the people that are running this funnel know what they're doing. There's a lot more thought going into the advertisements. There's a lot more thought going into the landing page. I think you guys are really going to like reviewing this one. So essentially, going to the screen here, is acquiring properties and retiring early really that hard? Not with this proven strategy. So that's pretty cool. An investment property in 21 days, or we pay you $2,000. So like speaking to people that are wanting to get into property, explaining the story, case studies straight off the bat. Like you're getting a lot of value already, just like, and trust already on the ad. And I like the ad design here. Let's watch one of the videos.
What if I told you this domino could help you build a $4 million property portfolio? Here's the secret. Most investors get stuck at one property because they're using the same old strategies. Simply following these old strategies isn't going to get you a different result. But our domino property system is different. We help you find that perfect property that helps set that chain reaction. Just like Chris.
Already, like very easy. Like, they have a system that finds properties. I'm already going to click the ad, right? Because like I already know what's going on, and then they're providing case studies. So I really like this. The video adds like a very quick, snappy, straight to the point. You get what's going on. This is another great ad. Why gamble when you can invest in something real? Very cool. These are great ads. I wouldn't really have any problem with those. Interestingly, I've tried. So this is another one like we can review the landing page as well, but I've sort of tried the breaking news style ads in different industries. Also, the buyer's advocacy industry, I find that it sucks up a lot of clicks. Like, yes, you're going to get a lot of cheap clicks. Are they going to be the people that you want inquiring with your business? Are they going to be the highest quality leads? This is something that you need to think about as a buyer's advocate if you're watching this video. What sort of leads do you want? Like, yes, these ads look like really good and they look really clean and there's a lot of value, but is it going to attract the right person for your buyer's advocacy? So for example, like, are you looking to like just generate a stack load of leads and you don't really care about the quality? Read this one. Young Aussies are leaving high paid careers because of their booming real estate market. You're going to get a bunch of young people clicking this, going on the landing page, filling out the form. Are they going to be the best customers for you? are they going to actually have a bunch of money, or are they just there to download the information? Like, that's something you need to ask yourself. Whereas like this sort of an ad where it's sort of like a little bit more, like the videos are explaining a little bit more about what it is, like I would assume that you're going to be paying more per lead, but you're going to get a better quality of lead. So again, you're looking at running simultaneously like more top of the funnel and then more of a bottom of the funnel strategy here to target people that are more inclined to take the next step with you. So maybe this is a remarketing ad, maybe this is like just an ad at the top of the funnel to try and capture people's details. So copy, again, the copy looks awesome. I like how, like, provided an example, meet Olivia as an example, what she did. So just case studies in the copy. Is acquiring properties that hard? And then just basically case studies. So I guess the structure of this is just like asking a question, bunch of case studies, and then just saying, hey, like, you could be next, take the next step. Pretty standard. And then you click on this. So I really like the design of this particular page. Discover how you can use a new Domino investment property strategy to unlock 120K a year in rental income and retire a decade earlier. So like, basically, like, that's a big claim. It's like, personally, if it was something like, I wouldn't really click on it personally, because it just seems like too good to be true sort of thing. But a lot of people would want to be interested in that. Looking to invest in property this year, discover how you can use the new Domino investment property strategy. Like, that's essentially it. Like, it's basically saying, like, are you a property investor? Find out how you can do this. Claim your session, reviews. Like, it's awesome. Build a property portfolio like this. Okay, so problem with that is, I don't know, 3,240 per month. Like, maybe these, I don't know if that's like a standard thing, but maybe they could sort of provide a little bit more different options in terms of like different sorts of properties, because these sort of look like high-end properties. I don't know if all properties go for about 3K per month these days. Like, some might be 2,500, some might be 2,000. So basically, like, a story about how he got into it, which is awesome. Then it goes straight into rental yields and different examples. Love to find out what's missing here is probably like the locations. Obviously, maybe they want to keep that exclusive. That's the only thing that I don't really like about this, is like, you're jumping on this and it just looks a little bit fake. Like, I'd love to provide like maybe like a video, right? Like, even like a video here would come a little bit stronger. Okay, so a bit more trust, a bit more how it works. Okay, so the videos are down here. Yep. So pretty standard stuff, like a little bit more long form than what I'd sort of expect. But like, I guess, if you take it to basically what this is, it's like, if you're a property investor, we have a system. We have, like, this could be you, a bit of information about him. Again, case studies, bunch of case studies, reviews, how it works, insider look, a little bit more about him, how it works again, comparison, and then case studies again. So basically, this whole thing is like, are you an investor? Here's a bit about me. Here's some case studies, and then it sort of just recycles that process. And the landing page is a great design. So I sort of really like this, and it's got a guarantee as well. So I really like this. I think this is one of the best that I've potentially seen. I really do like that. So let's go to the next one. I would say One Central Property, like, in terms of the funnel, I would say the actual landing page is like a 10 out of 10. The actual ads, in my opinion, I feel that they could be improved. The actual quality of the ads is like a 10 out of 10, but I feel that a lot of it is top of the funnel, and I really would be worried that the lead quality that wouldn't be there. So I'd be trying to incorporate more bottom of the funnel ads and be split testing that. So that's the only improvement that I would really make there. Let's go to the next one, which is Resolve Property. And we're going to have a look here in terms of Resolve Property. So this is Resolve Property. These are their ads. So let's have a look at their ads. Making Perth simple for buyers. Let's watch one of their videos. Yeah, so pretty boring. Again, these are pretty boring ads. In terms of that one was a little bit boring. The other ones look quite nice. Recent client wins. That's always a good one. What is a buyer's agent? Do's and don'ts for buying a property in Perth. Like that's a great one. Want to access to exclusive off-market properties. So these are all sort of like okay. These ads, like obviously, you click on it, and then where do you go? You go to the homepage of the website. So I think maybe like someone in the company has potentially put this together, because in terms of what this is, it's basically just saying like it's more bottom of the funnel targeting in terms of, you know, them sending these people to the homepage of the website. Like basically like do's and don'ts, here we go. Like I don't know where this goes. It goes to the homepage. Like it doesn't really make any sense. So these funnels don't really make sense because you're running an advertisement. You're saying navigating Perth, like you're promising do's and don'ts for buyers, for buying properties in Perth, and then you're sending them to the homepage of the website. Like, and then what do we do? Like, it's just not really. You're pitching too early. You're promising someone something for do's and don'ts, and then you're not delivering on your promise. So essentially, I don't like these ads because there's no value being provided. You basically just, these ads are just trying to pitch your buyers advocacy services, and you're not really doing anything for the marketplace here. You're running an ad, you're getting people to get to the homepage of your website, and you're not even giving them a button when they sort of click on the on your website to take the next step or to do anything. You're just trying to sell them. So it's like me as a digital marketing agency calling you up saying, hey, it's going to like cost you XYZ for me to run your ads, and I don't even know you, but just like, can you please, like, you know, I'll give you my bank details and like just transfer the money whenever you can. So that's essentially like what this sort of advertising is. I'm just going to look past this one. I would rate this one like a 5 out of 10 in terms of the quality of the ads. I like what the ads look like. The real downfall here is because the landing page isn't following up from the promise of the ad. The promise of the ad is client wins. Okay, so then send me to a page with a bunch of your client wins or case studies. Your promise here is like, what is a buyer's agent? So send me to a page where it explains like what a buyer's agent is, like purely that. Don't try and pitch me anything. This one actually did that. Okay, great. So what about this one? So this one didn't, right? So, okay, so fine. So this one actually did send me to the right page. All the other ones didn't do that. They just sent me to the home page. So unless there's like an error in this Facebook ads libraries where it's not sending me to the correct page, I'll rate this like a 5 out of 10. Okay, so in this next part, we're going to be looking at Investor Kit. So Investor Kit is like a one that basically I always see on Meta, and typically like very high quality, like it's a very high quality advertising campaign. Whoever puts these ones together is obviously knows what they're doing. they have a lot of ads. So I really like this one because there's just a lot of ads. Now, um, here's the harsh truth: the majority of property investors lose money. Okay, that's probably true. So when you read that, you're like, okay, like how am I going to be losing money? Rates are dropping, prices will rise fast. Okay, it's an interesting one. Um, the biggest property investment opportunity since 1992 is about to hit Australia. That's a really big claim. So these, like, the first lines are amazing. Free training, free training, free training. So a lot of this is like top of the funnel. A lot of this is top of the funnel stuff, right? So when I'm sort of reviewing these advertising campaigns, I'm asking myself the question, what's going to be the lead quality here? Obviously, these are amazing ads. So like everyone knows InvestorKit is probably like a bigger company. So they probably have the budget. They're just looking for more volume of inquiries through Meta. So like this is probably a strategy that they've tested and thought about. I really like these ads. I think these ads are awesome. Let's review one.
Here's what I learned after speaking to 7 different buyers agents to help me safely invest in property. Did you know that 70% of investments are bought before they even hit online listings? And these properties are way cheaper than I ever thought was possible.
Yeah, I probably would already click there because it's like making me want to click. Like by looking at off-market properties, it's going to be a lot cheaper. Like he's already got me there. That's awesome. Let's try one more.
We have helped over 750 professionals scale their property portfolios without sacrificing weekends using the same system that helped our founder build a $17 million property portfolio. And now I'm going to share with you for free because one of the biggest...
Yeah, awesome. So I've already clicked it. Like these guys have very good punchlines. So like in terms of the top line of the ad, awesome. The punchlines of the videos are awesome. And you're giving the headline is a free training. It's like I would say this is an awesome ad. All the ads look awesome. The quality of the breaking news ones, I think, a little bit like could be polished up. If we looked at the other one of the previous videos, the previous if we take a look at one of the previous campaigns that I just ran through, which their name was One Central Property, like the ads were a little bit cleaner in terms of the design. But overall, like the strategy, like this is a really solid strategy. How to turn 2 properties into $10 million plus portfolio in just 4 years. Why these 10 property markets could make you wealthier than ever before. Just a lot of like intrigue, reviews, stuff like that. Let's review one of the landing pages. So again, similar to previous, basically saying what it is, what you're going to get, leave your details, featured in a bit of like a personal story or like company story, reviews. I like this one. I think it's awesome. I think it's like it doesn't seem like there would be a lot of resistance in this campaign because essentially they're just giving free information, then calling the leads and then offering help. So I really do like this whole sort of strategy that they're running, and they probably have the budget to just run these top of the funnel ads. So I think that's awesome. Let's look at another one, Kevin Tran, buyers agency. So we're looking at Kev Tran Group buyers agency. So the guys looks pretty cool. All the videos are of him. So they look pretty cool, mainly focusing on video ad. I have some exciting news. I wouldn't really lead with that. Like I feel like the InvestorKit ones are a little bit more asking a question about property, like, interest rates are going down, properties values are going up, right? The exciting news about what? Like it's just doesn't make sense. Why it's crucial not to skip certain due diligence checks. Due diligence about what? Like it doesn't really make any sense. Let me show you a free way to check public housing thresholds. So yeah, I feel like these punchlines need to be yeah, these need a bit of a rework. In terms of the headline, like Kev Tran Group buys agency, I think this guy maybe is doing these ads himself, and then he could probably use a little bit of help on the copy and the headlines. That definitely need some improvement in comparison to the other ads.
But aside from the safety issue, obviously, unfortunately, many parts of the country have seen floods and will continue to see floods over time. But what you can do is you can mitigate this by just having a look at flood zone mapping. Most councils around Australia will provide this. It's a free resource that you can go and find.
So the guy, the way he's speaking is a little bit boring. Like he needs to be a little bit more energetic, and already like I'm not sure why the whole video is chopping. Like every second word, it's like chopping. You can see the cuts. So
let me show you a free way to check public housing thresholds. Public housing is an often overlooked part of due diligence, and it should definitely be done in addition to things.
So I'd be like saying, like, if you're buying a property, you need to like know about this. Like that's what I would start with a bit more intrigue. So overall, like, yeah, ads need a little bit of improvement from the ones that I've seen.
Probably two aspects. One is going to be like what you're capable of, what the banks will actually allow you to lend, and your borrowing capacity and all that stuff. How much cash or equity you have to start off with.
Again, like not enough context, not punchy, not the best ads, right? Like in comparison to the other ones, right? You can see the quality of difference here. You've got InvestorKit, very high quality, very punchy. So there's a quality aspect, and then there's like the punchiness of these ads are just not punchy enough. It needs to be punchy. Like tell me what it is. Tell me, like, give me some case studies. Just give me some info and tell me that I'm going to get something out of this, right? And I just don't feel like that with this. I'm already bored. And then he's going straight for the pitch, right? So you're probably going to get leads from doing this, right? I'm not saying you're not going to be getting leads from doing this. I'm going to be saying that the cost per lead is going to be quite high. You've only got written testimonials. There's a lack of information here. I just don't feel like I trust this guy at all, because in terms of the ads, he speaks like very like sort of monotoned. The ads are very vague, and then you're trying to pitch me straight away, and it's like, I don't really know who you are. I don't really know what you do. I'm not really vibing this sort of an ad. So like maybe this one, it would probably be, in terms of the actual funnel, like I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. It's just like, this is just like a business card, like an online business card. Let's go to the next one. So we are looking at Lens Property here, buys agency. So only a few ads. Now this is an interesting one, Chinese, I think, or like Vietnamese or something.
類因素，通常門面越闊就越好，因為咁樣就可以有更多嘅設計。
So I can't really talk Chinese or Vietnamese or anything, but it takes 10 seconds for anything to even happen. So I'm not really sure why it takes 10 seconds for something to happen, and then like why the text is in English, and then why he's talking in like Chinese or something.
咁門面寬闊度 frontage 亦都係一個好重要嘅合。
So that none of that really makes sense to me. Why this is even happening? I'm really interested to see where this guy's located. This is in New South Wales. But yeah, so obviously I can't review the ad because I don't speak Chinese, or whatever language it is, Vietnamese or something like that. But he's sending people to a YouTube channel. So I mean, this is interesting. Maybe like the Asian market, that's what they want. But this is the worst one out of them all based on not making any sense. The text is in English. It takes 10 seconds for the video to load. He's got English text and then English text in the video. Then he's talking Chinese and then, or Vietnamese or Asian. And then you're sending people to a YouTube video. And then there's not really like any link to do anything next. It's just information. So this doesn't really make any sense to me. This doesn't make any sense to me. So I would say, like, unfortunately, this is going to be like the worst one that we've gone through, as you guys can probably agree. Let's go to the next one, which we're going to be reviewing Metropole. So Metropole Australia, I believe they're like a team of buyers advocates from what I've seen. They've only got 2 meta ads. Let's have a look.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 successful property investors do very similar things? If you want to be successful in property, you need to do the same. Now, of course, these investors achieve their goals in many different ways, but they all share key traits, ways of thinking, strategies, and knowledge that set them apart. And we've designed a simple, quick test to show you exactly where you fit in. If you're considering getting involved in property, want to grow your current property portfolio, or are currently stuck, don't take another step without completing the ultimate property investment.
I really like this ad. The wind is like putting me off a little bit. Like the wind is like a little bit unprofessional for this sort of like a brand. Like it doesn't make sense like why they would just not really consider that. But in terms of the actual content of the ad, like it's making me want to watch more. The guy looks good. He's presenting well. He's in a suit. Everything looks amazing about this ad. So let's review the landing page. Awesome. So we're on the Metropole, the Ultimate Property Investor Scorecard. So why, like, I don't really get it in terms of being a property investor. Like, why would I need a scorecard? Like, investment decisions, readiness score. I could be like a big, like, I don't really know who their target market is with this. Maybe like I would have to sort of visit like the homepage of their website. This guy seems like he's targeting like investors, but based on what he said in his headline, but it doesn't really make sense why someone would need an investment score when they're an investor. Like, why would they need a score when they already know that they're an investor and they've got money to invest? So if we're to fill out this form, let's have a look. So on the scorecard, how well do you understand that applies 5-7? Okay, so maybe I need to watch the video. Maybe that's why it didn't make any sense. But see, that's maybe like an issue. Yeah, so the issue here is that if I didn't watch the rest of the video and didn't understand the whole ad, then you're sending me to a page without, and then asking me to fill out a form in which that I don't even know what the hell's even going on at this point. So therefore, I have to go back to the ad and then finish the video.
And you will receive a personalized scorecard with clear action steps.
Yeah, so this is like a really confusing ad because I don't really know what those key like principles are, those investment principles are. And then like, if I don't know what they are, but I feel like I'm an investor or like wanting to invest, then it's like you're asking me questions that I have no idea about. I could be like a really, really big investor, or I could be someone who's just wanting to get into my first 1 or 2 properties to invest in property. So very confusing, this funnel. I would be giving this one like maybe like a 5 to 6 out of 10. The quality of it is fine, like, but it's just, again, another one that doesn't really make actual sense to me. Like, what are you trying to achieve with this? I'm just very confused what the intention is. Maybe I don't understand the type of market that they're trying to offer, but like if I'm a buyer's agency looking for investors, the first thing that I would like, and if I want to do like a scorecard, I wouldn't be asking, firstly, I wouldn't be asking for their details first. I'd be asking for their details last. And then I wouldn't be asking, like, do they even understand that the 5 to 7 principles without re-explaining what principles they're talking about? Or maybe it's assumed, I don't know, maybe it's assumed knowledge that all investors know what those 7 principles are. I'm not really sure. Because I'm not really an investor, right? So let's go to the next one. Let's have a look at Freedom Property, which I found. So I'm going to be looking at Freedom Property here, property investors. I see these ads all over the internet. I think the guy is like very captivating. I really do like these ads. They're all video ads and they always get my attention. That's why I like these ones. So he's only got maybe like 2 or 3 variations. Hey, you can pay less tax. Want to know the secrets by slashing your tax bill by 90%. Everyone wants to do that. Australia's critical housing shortage is the biggest and safest investment property, investment opportunity. They're very like casual ads as well. So if you look at them,
how you can pay 90% less tax when you invest in property. If you,
yeah, this guy's awesome.
how you can pay,
Punchy, very punchy. Like how you can pay. Like he's basically telling us like what it is.
how you can home that you're in right now, not in 30 years, not in
Music is like making me want to watch it more.
25 years, but how you can pay it off in the next 5 to 10.
How you can do it in the next 5 to 10 years. You want to pay 90% 90% less tax. We can do it for you in the next 5 to 10 years. You got music that's keeping me going. The videos are changing. You've got the headline at the top.
And years. We'll unpack that as well. Also,
being specific to who is targeting in the headline, property investors. Very specific, very clean ads. This ebook is helping 10,000 everyday Aussies slash their tax bill. That's who he's going for. He's going for clearly investors that want to slash their tax bill. Here's some stuff here's some resources in which that we can help you with. Personalized message from the founder. A lot of intrigue in the first one, in the first line. Running lead forms, surprisingly, running lead forms. Obviously, I can't click on a landing page here. So this is the first one that we're finding that's running lead forms, right? Not sure why there's no landing page. Obviously, a landing page allows you to qualify the lead a little bit more, but maybe this guy wants a volume of lead. Who knows, right? So guys, overall, basically, like my top favorite ads are going to be One Central property due to the quality of the ad, and the landing page was the highest quality, and in terms of the structure of the landing page, it made the most sense. What I didn't like about the One Central property was there probably wasn't enough of bottom of funnel advertising, but maybe they've strategically thought about that and just said, hey, like we just want a bunch of random people that are interested in what we do. So maybe that's a strategic move, but overall, that's my favorite funnel. The investor kit would probably come second to that. I felt like the quality of the ads were very high. They were all very punchy. And from memory, the landing page made a lot of sense, and it was a very short form as well. I think there were some sort of improvements. Just give me 1 second. So in terms of the improvements for the landing page that I'd make on the investor kit, was it just felt like there wasn't enough proof and of a personal story. So in terms of the investor kit, like what I would look to sort of improve on would be just adding just fleshing it out a little bit. But maybe not as long as the previous one that I just spoke about, but it just needs a little bit more flesh in there, a little bit more proof, a little bit more of a story. But obviously, the whole thing potentially might be in the magnet as well. So those are my two favorite ads. Obviously, you guys have reviewed the worst ads as well. We're now going to look at some Google ads. Now, basically, essentially, I'm just going to close all these tabs. All right, so the reason why you would run a Google ad would essentially be if you want to target people that are bottom of the funnel, so people potentially looking to, looking to hire a buyer's agency. Now, basically, the keywords that I used was like buyer's agency Australia, buyer's agency Melbourne, Sydney, and I'm just looking for. I was having a look at ads. So let's have a look at this one first, which they popped up. rethinkinvesting.com.au. That was the first ad that popped up. And interesting ads, Rethink Investing book, best-selling investment book. Is that the best ad that we could probably put together? I'm not really sure. Stamp duty in Queensland, calculate with ease. Off-market property opportunities. Okay, that's okay. It's a brand one. So I'm not really sure if I like these because I feel that basically people are here looking to hire a buyer's agency, and essentially you know, they're looking to hire a buyer's agency on Google. So I don't know why like someone would want to go there and listen to a podcast unless they're targeting like buyer's agency podcast with these ads. So maybe these ads have some sort of intention to them. But I'd be putting maybe like a guarantee in here. I just feel like some of these ads don't really make any sense and the headlines aren't punchy. Like, book your free consultation, contact us today. Rethink commercial property, 110 years combined experience, get in touch. Like, maybe you could say like over 1,000 commercial properties purchased. Like, get your, find your next investment property, commercial investment property in XYZ time, something like that. A bit more punchy. Branding looks okay, like nothing wrong with the branding, but I just don't really see how these ads are like any different to just a standard Google ad. Let's have a look at the landing page that I found for this one. So, high net worth investors. Okay. There's a McDonald's there, KFC. Landing page, again, a little bit like just high net worth investors. Maybe I don't really know, but you got to ask yourself, like, are you giving enough information here? You're just saying high net worth investors access exclusive high grade commercial properties via Australia's top commercial buyers agency. Here are some examples, then contact us. No sort of story about the company. I don't really know anything about the company. Who am I going to be speaking to? Can I download some information? Can I have something else? I think what they have going for them is like the branding. I think I really like that. But at the same time, maybe like somebody who's looking for a commercial investment property, this is like what they want to see. Like maybe like they just want to see what the properties are, and then what sort of impact, like how much they paid, and then what they got back, and then they're just going to inquire. So, not sure about if I like that one. Maybe that's like something different. Let's have a look at another one. Porterhouse.com.au, Sydney buyer's agent. I like this one. Let's have a look at their ads libraries as well. So just going back to the Porterhouse one. Okay, let's have a look at all their ads. Like the branding, buyer's agent Sydney. Sydney's #1 buyer's agent. Mainly display ads. Navigate property with market confidence. Say goodbye to stress with our buyer's agent services. Pretty good. No guarantee. I mean, buyer's agent Sydney. Sydney's #1 buyer's agent. Maybe they could say something about like I don't know how quickly they can find a property or something like that. Secure your dream property within little as 3 weeks. That's what I'd be putting in the headline. However, I like this. I really do like this. Whether it's your first home or investment property, so who they're targeting. So starts off with a call to action. We'll find your dream property in 3 weeks. Who our target market is, the harsh reality of buying alone. You're choosing, this is what you're saving, this is the benefits. Not enough reviews. That's the only bad thing about this landing page. Like, give us some more information, give us some video case studies, tell us more about the founder's story. But otherwise, I like this. I really do like this setup. The ad just needs to mention about the 3 weeks, get a dream property in 3 weeks. That's the only thing that I would do. Cool. So next ad we'll be looking at is search property. This was essentially, I clicked on this one on Google. similar sort of ad. Maybe this is just a branded ad. I'm not really sure. But as I said, I did type in buyer's agency services to click on to find these ads. Book a free discovery call. I mean, that makes sense for a Google ad. What to expect during the call. Watch the introduction video. Customer experiences. How it works. Awards. Yep, I think this is a pretty good one. Maybe in writing have like a little bit more about the founder, but this is a pretty good ad. The only problem here is like there's no again on this one there's no like call to action, or there's no like headline that says like what it is that they do. Like the other one had like a get your property in 3 weeks, how long they've been doing it for, all these like had a little bit more information. So I sort of prefer this one as opposed to this one, but this one does make sense as well. Maybe that's the sort of company that they don't really overpromise anything. So I do like that one as a Google ad, not a Facebook ad. Just a Google ad would make sense. Let's have a look at the next one. BF Property, #1 rated buyer's agent. Like who said you're #1? Do you know what I mean? If I type in #1 buyer's agent, like are you actually #1, or are you just saying you're #1? Don't know about that, but let's have a look at the landing page. Property investing with 20 years track record, a lot of proof. Book your free consultation. Got some photos here, like that. Who represents them or anything like that. Who they're associated with. Borderless investing. Don't buy blind. 5-star reviews. Featured on the news. That's like a lot of trust. Bit stale, this one. So very stale in terms of lack of like who's the founder, like who am I going to be speaking with. Show me some case studies. A little bit stale, right? So like you need to give a little bit more imagery here. You need to like maybe just provide a bit more information. Again, this is a Google ad, so I do understand like you're just, trying to get the call, but like give us some case studies, like say like whether you're an investor, you're a first home buyer, like these are the sorts of properties that were bought before. Here's like 1 or 2 examples, but like have them outlined rather than just in this slider. Like give us like a range of different examples in which that you've done before. Claim your, book your free consultation valued at XYZ. This is what you're going to find out. So this one lacks information, lacks reviews. Like I said, lacks general information, lacks about the founder and the company's mission and what the values are, lacks case studies, and really just trying to quickly force me into becoming a lead. And then also saying that they're #1 buyer's agent. Like who said they're #1 buyer's agent? Last one, elite buyer's agency. Melbourne, yep, you're a buyer's advocate, Melbourne. Free consultation, okay, like I don't mind that, free consultation, but again, another one, Melbourne's #1 buyer's advocate. Yeah, so again, like not really anything that I would sort of think this is like outstanding by any means. Very standard advertisements there. Let's have a look at the landing page. An example of the landing page. Melbourne's leading buyer's agents were on your side, as featured in About Us. Okay, I like this part. Meet the team, love that. The process, why choose elite buyer's agents, Melbourne buyer's agents. No case studies, nothing like that. So like where they started here, adding some case studies, adding some videos here would be awesome. Adding the company's mission, but this is like they're onto like a good start. But again, if you go back to the previous videos, they're lacking the previous funnels that we reviewed. Again, lacking, company mission, lacking sort of reviews, like where like maybe this is like a few written testimonials, like show me a video, show me case studies, show me examples where I can find out more. and also like what am I going to get by leaving a, you know, when I inquire with you, like what am I going to get out of it? Like what are we actually going to do, and what's the value of that consultation? So also I wouldn't be running a Google ad with like having all these tabs here as well. Like provide these examples in the copy, so you don't get people like veering off the landing page. You've got a capital growth calculator. Add that into the landing page. Add in the landing page, whether you're a home buyer, whether you're an investor. Add the locations that you service. Okay, you're in Melbourne, Geelong, but like, do you serve across Australia? Add all the stuff that you've got in your nav bar, feature that in the landing page somewhere, and remove the nav bar and find out how you can sort of increase your leads like that. That's going to actually dramatically increase your leads. So let's have a look at some organic TikTok strategies, and then we're going to have a look at an SEO. Okay, so we're going to be talking about TikTok now. So I'm just going to skim over this very, very quickly. The reason why people might use TikTok will essentially be like they just want like some sort of proof of concept in terms of, you know, they may have generated a new lead through their paid advertising, so Meta or Google, like we just discussed, and they just want to send people a bit more information about them. Now we're going to cover, I'm just going to briefly cover this. So when I say TikTok, I say like, you know, Instagram Reels and TikTok Reels. MR Advocacy is like a very big one that she's like pretty much everywhere. So most of hers is like her in front of like a background. So I think
is located 25.
I think I have a video of like, this is one of her ads or her TikToks. So that's one of her TikToks. Essentially, like it's mainly like her on the street or her with a background. Like this one, I don't know if this is her, one of her team.
Do you want to buy a house in Sydney for 2.7 million? Because that's pretty standard, right? Oh.
Cool. So like, you can sort of see the theme in which she's doing. It's either like a bunch of text on her video, either her providing some value straight to the screen, just like sitting down talking. But a lot of what she provides is a lot of statistics. And she comes across very valuable, like very knowledgeable, because she provides a lot of statistics and comparisons. So that's all I really can say about this one. The video production isn't like anything crazy, like anything high quality. It's just she's providing a lot of value. So in terms of statistics, this guy, I don't know if he's a buyer's agent, but he's like, it seems like he's like some sort of an investor. I've seen him around before.
The last financial year. Here's 3 things I can tell you about the Australian property market. Number 1, rising interest rates do not make all the different markets.
So what I like about this Nero guy is like, he comes across very serious, and like when you watch 1 or 2 of his videos, you like automatically trust him. And I don't really know why, but he just comes across that way in terms of the way he dresses, the way he speaks. He's very slow, he's very precise. Like, unlike MR Advocacy, she's more like playful, where he's more like very, very serious. I just sort of find that I have a lot more trust with this guy than MR Advocacy, but I do like the actual concepts of the actual value in terms of the way MR Advocacy actually puts the videos together. But in terms of the way I feel about the video, like I just feel like I trust this guy just because the way he talks. I don't know really know why, but you can check him out, Invest with Nero. One other guy that I see around is this guy, Ben.
5 kilometres north of Melbourne's CBD. It has a price point of about $700,000 and a population of 25,000 residents. It's located in the city of Whittlesea, LGA. There are too many red flags in Wollert from an investor perspective, as Wollert is a relatively new suburb developed.
So I feel like some people might like this sort of a style. Like, you know, standard like Aussie guy. I feel like there's been like a couple of like videos like this one, like Aussie guys jumping on or Aussie chicks jumping on and just talking about property. And he's like just in like a casual t-shirt sort of thing. I feel like with Emma Advocacy, she's got like some sort of like a vibe going on with like her, like, you know, the way she dresses and the way she talks. Same with Nero, like he's got like a very professional thing, but this guy's a very like casual, like, hey mate, how are you sort of thing. So it just depends on your liking, right? So obviously, looking at these 3 TikTok videos, you can definitely see that there's like a difference in terms of the way people present themselves, and it's just a matter of like who you resonate with. In the last section of this video, we're actually going to talk about SEO, and essentially like we're going to go through like just one SEO campaign and how that's structured and what that looks like. We're going to be talking about SEO and I guess buyers agency SEO. Now, if you don't know what SEO is, really quick explanation: top page of Google, how to get to the top 3. Now, what we're going to be covering is just a few websites. Cohen Handler, I've just typed in buyers agency Sydney. We're going to be having a look at their strategies, just basic on-page, off-page SEO. Now, I'm not going to get into the technical aspects of SEO, the really, really technical stuff, because most of the people watching this video probably just need to know the basics of like what to do. And then obviously I've got other videos and other resources if you are interested in like taking it the next step. But the basics are really going to be important. It's gonna give you the 80% or the 20% that of things that you need to do to get you 80% of the results. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at here is we've got Cohen Handler. We've put in the entire domain. As you can see, it's obviously they're heavily investing in SEO. They had a lot more keywords back in 2018, but they've dropped maybe 50% of keywords, but they're really pushing on getting into the top 3 results. As you can see, top 3, 268 keywords, top 3 was 52. Okay, so massive emphasis there. Therefore, their estimated traffic is significantly increasing. Okay, so what are the factors that have resulted? Let's just say, you know, we'll change this to what that was their whole website. Let's look at the exact URL of the Sydney URL that we were just analyzing. Let's just have a look at that Sydney page. As you can see, this is potentially like a newly created page. Not many rankings back in 2022, and significant amount of rankings. You can see that they're putting effort here. Traffic estimated about 500 per month, so that's pretty good. That's just for this page, right? So just for the buyers agency Sydney page. So we're going to show the meta descriptions. So interesting to me that I can't see a H1 tag visible here. So right click view page source. I can, what a H1 tag is like a, okay, it's there somewhere, but I couldn't see it. It was in the title somewhere. So they've got, from what I can understand, like a hidden H1 tag. Unless buyers agency Sydney, buyers agent Sydney. Yeah, so they've got a hidden H1 tag in the back end. Now, I'm not really sure why they've done that, but it's hidden, so I can't really see it visible on the page. Somewhere in the banner, who knows? Very interesting. But as you can see, they've got a hidden H1 tag. That's not really common practice, but they've got a H1 tag that says Buyers Agent Sydney, which is a good thing. Their title says Buyers Agent Sydney, Cohen Handler, your Sydney buyers agents. The H2 is Sydney Property Buying Services. So most of their H2 tags are about being a buyer's agent, like negotiation, due diligence, all this sort of stuff I would remove and turn that into a H3. But for the most part here, obviously this is a standard SEO page. Their headings could be tightened in terms you shouldn't have H2s without the keywords in them, but for the most part it's okay. I'm not going to comment on the actual design of this particular page because that's not really sort of SEO related. It's more related into Facebook and Google ads. So you can refer to, if you're interested in that, go back to the previous, I guess the previous part of this video. Now, what I would also look to improve, they do have the keyword buyers advocacy in here, but I would be looking to, have something like, Sydney's, because we're on the Sydney page, Sydney's leading buyers advocacy team. Just because we're on the buyers agents Sydney team page, right? So a little bit of an improvement there. That's just going to maintain their rankings. That's just going to ensure that they're going to continue to rank. Now, as you guys can see here as well, there's no internal linking to any other page besides like the main headings. So I'll just take off this H tag. I'll just reset the page. Seems as though these are like buttons to different pages, but you really want to, as far as SEO is concerned, you also want to be linking out to other pages within the content. How you do that can vary, but I can see that they've done it through these sort of headings here, which is almost the same, but not exactly the same. You can link to the homepage here with the brand name. You could link to a blog. If you've got a blog with these sort of statistics that you're talking about, I would be doing that. But again, not too bad, right? Like little improvements here and there. The structure of this particular page is pretty good. So their overall strategy obviously is, their on page is pretty tight, obviously with little improvements. The page overall is pretty good for an SEO page. I don't really see anything wrong with it. They've got 3 call to actions, which is quite nice. The titles, H1, H2 tags are 80%, 90% there. Enough to be able to rank on the first page. As you can see, they're not seeing any issues. We can just check their schema markup as well. So we'll just type in schema markup testing tool. Can actually see, let's just say like run the test on this page, or the home page is fine as well. Schema markup is like a tool that basically is a code in the back end of the website that allows for Google to find out more about what this company does. So web page, organization, it says they're a real estate agent. So they've done this sort of pretty well. Most of the code is there. I mean, you can add different types of schema, but they've got majority of it there, so I don't really see a problem. So this is like, I guess this is like a really good example of like an SEO. I'm just running you guys through this to show you guys what you need to do in terms of your SEO. But as you guys can see, the on page was very good. The schema markups there. Let's have a look at their backlinks. So let's just click on backlinks, referring domains. They've got 131 backlinks to their website, and they've got all these different ones. We'll just go through a few here. We don't need to go through all of them. Backlinks, as I said, are other websites pointing to you. So let's have a look at this one. Settled in Australia, on this blog. Open up this blog post or whatever it is. They've got a listing here somewhere with their domain name. Let's go back. Let's check another one. Entrepreneurs Break. Drop this one down. Can we just open it directly? Yes, we can. And the text is buyers agents in Brisbane. So again, you're needing, as you can see, this is going to their Brisbane page. So you're needing to be able to compete in this space. You're needing at least 831 referring domains with 2.7k backlinks. It's very natural according to this, right? This is I don't have the time to go through every single backlink on this video, but from the backlinks that I've seen, just the 2 that we just opened, they look very natural. We can check one more just for argument's sake. And here we go. So we're just checking this one. Upgrade or renovation, how one growing family decided with Uno. Interested to see where, there you go, Cohen Handler. So very natural profile on this. Doesn't look like there's much black hat SEO here. It's very, very clean. Overall, like I would say this is like pretty much a 9.5 out of 10 SEO campaign for a buyer's agent. Obviously there's a lot more that we could go through, but their main strategy, as you can see, is you've got their website and they're building out sub pages per, as you can see, per location. You know, Lower North Shore buyer's agent, Eastern Suburbs buyer's agent, Inner City buyer's agent, Northern Beaches buyer's agent, Western Sydney buyer's agent. So the whole strategy is they've got the homepage, which could be like Buyers Agents Australia or Buyers Agents Sydney, and then they're just building out pages based on all of the, I guess all of the locations that they actually serve, right? So that's pretty much what they're doing here, and that's pretty much all you guys need to know about that. So yeah, so guys, like in terms of your SEO campaign, I mean there's other websites that I could be going through, but I'd just be literally doing the exact same thing. So what you want to sort of do is you really want to be going through all of the websites and just having a look at just what I just said there. So the headings, titles, what they look like, how much content's on the website. You want to use a tool called SEMrush, you can also get free tools as well, like Neil Patel tool or anything like that. Just type in SEO tool, and you want to be able to find the backlinks of a website. So essentially, you know, you're just going, if I go back to the if I just go back to Cohen Handler, you can use a free SEO tool and then basically trying to reach out to all these websites and try and get your website listed there if possible. Yes, it might cost money to do that, but if you want to be able to rank on the first page of Google and take over Cohen Handler or any other website that's on the first page, that's what it's gonna look like to essentially compete in the space. So yeah guys, like obviously Cohen Handler is there twice, as you can see, so he's very dominant in the space. If you apply the same concepts, basically what I just mentioned, to any website, you can strip it down. You can sort of get an indication of what they're doing and then try and emulate that for your own website. So with that being said guys, I think this concludes the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will leave a resource at the bottom of in the description with all like the resources that I've just spoken about, where you can get the tools, where you can find like the ads and everything like that. And please like, subscribe, and follow me for more. Thank you.